Hey y'all, it's me, Colleen. I'm New Art Nomad. I am in Marathon, Ohio, and it's been a rough couple of days. Well, or maybe 3-4 days. I'm not sure. Yesterday was pretty bad. Um, of course, other than the weather and walking and stuff like that, but around probably about 5 o'clock. I met this lady who was out in front of her yard, and she offered me water, and I asked if I can camp on her property, and she said that was okay. Yeah, sure, you can go over there behind the shed. So I thought it was all good. I had set up my tent, and I fed Jacob and everything. Then probably about 8:30, her grandson comes out and tells me that I have to leave, and apparently she called him and told him that something completely different than what she told me, because all she had to do was tell me no, and at least that would offer me the opportunity to keep on looking for a place to stay before it got dark. But by the time her grandson came around, I had 30 minutes to find somewhere to go before it got dark outside, and neither one of them seemed to care. And he's complaining about coyotes and stuff like that, and I'm just like, but you want to send me out to so I can get ate up by the coyotes. And I couldn't find any place to sleep, because by the time I got to where I thought someplace was, it was dark, and only thing I really had time to do was I ended up basically sleeping on the side of a road. So I didn't get much sleep yesterday, because there was a bunch of people who would drive by and look at me, but nobody said anything or offered any help or water or anything. So I'm just sleep on the side of the road, and I didn't really get any sleep, maybe about 2 or 3 hours. I've been walking since about 5 a.m. and it's almost 11 now. I was just going to try to make the push to get to Cincinnati, because I know there's someone there, and she said I could stay a couple of days to rest up, and she was going to cook me some Kenyan food and margaritas, and let me use her bath, and she offered me some bath salts for my back and my achy joints and stuff. So as bad as these last few days have been, I'm gonna try to make the push to get there. I got about 25 more miles to go, but I'm pretty beat. Right now I'm sitting in front of a church, hoping nobody comes, because the last couple of churches I tried to get help from turned me away. And I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, one church in particular, I asked, and I know that church had to be sitting on, at least 10 acres of land. And she was like, the pastor's wife was like, oh, we got so many activities going on and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. But it's like 7:30, p.m. And at that point I had walked probably 20 miles, and I was just, stopping randomly at places trying to see if I could camp. Normally I've had good luck, asking churches to camp on their property. But Ohio isn't as friendly as the other states, and I haven't been saying much about it, but there's a handful of people who have been really, really good to me. But for the most part, Ohio is probably the most sexist and racist place I've been so far. Mostly racist. I mean, people here, they won't even let you have any water. I can't even sit on the side of the road in the shade without somebody calling the police or coming out and asking me to leave. It's not as good as West Virginia was. And the odd thing is, I heard the worst things about West Virginia, and that's the place that ended up being the best to me. But you wave at people, they don't wave back. They just, you walk by, they go in the house. I mean, it's really strange. That's all I got for now, though. I'll try to talk to y'all later.